Is it possible to retire with a $500,000 portfolio? Not everyone has the time or the means to amass a multi-million dollar nest egg, whether they want to retire early or they didn't begin planning until later in life. Let's take a look at what type of income one can expect from this amount of retirement savings and see if it's actually possible to live off that amount. You might be surprised to hear the answer. Using the widely accepted 4% safe withdrawal rate, a $500,000 portfolio can generate $20,000 in annual income. This rule is designed to provide retirees with a reliable income stream while minimizing the risk of depleting their savings over a typical retirement. By sticking to this strategy, retirees can withdraw $20,000 each year adjusted for inflation without really reducing the principal balance of their portfolio. This approach also accounts for continual cost of living increases, helping retirees maintain their purchasing power as prices rise over time. Furthermore, this withdrawal rate is considered conservative enough to weather market volatility in economic downturns, as long as the portfolio is well diversified with a balance of growth-oriented and income-producing investments. According to a recent study from the BLS, the average retired household, which consists of about 1.7 people, spends about $55,000 per year. For a single person, you could reasonably expect that number to be quite a bit lower, since many expenses would be less. You don't need as much space, your bills are smaller, and daily costs shrink overall. However, certain expenses, like healthcare, might stay the same. Not surprisingly, housing took up the largest portion of the average retired household's budget, accounting for about 36% or roughly $19,000 per year. This includes expenses like rent or mortgage payments, property taxes, utilities, and maintenance costs, making it a large burden for retirees. Will you have any other sources of income to supplement the money you'll be withdrawing from your portfolio? Having even a small additional income stream can make a big difference and take some of the pressure off your investments. If you're fortunate enough to have a pension, rental income, or other type of income stream, these can also serve as consistent income sources that reduce your reliance on your savings. Additionally, part-time work, freelance opportunities, or monetizing a hobby you enjoy can add extra income while keeping you active and engaged. Every little bit helps, and even an extra few $1,000s a year can make your portfolio last longer, especially when combined with smart budgeting and spending habits. The more diverse your income sources, the less you'll need to withdraw from your investments, giving them more time to grow and outpace inflation. Social Security is one of the most common ways retirees supplement their income, providing a steady monthly payment to help cover basic living costs. On average, it pays about $1,900 per month per person, or around $23,000 per year. While that's not enough for most people to live on by itself, it's definitely helpful when paired with other income sources, like savings or investments. This extra cash can go a long way in covering essentials, like housing, food, and healthcare. That said, you'll need to be old enough to start using it. You can start as early as age 62, but your monthly payments will be lower. If you wait until your full retirement age, usually between 66 and 67, you'll get the full amount, and delaying it further until age 70 can increase your benefit even more. Deciding when to start Social Security is a big part of making your retirement plan work, so it's worth thinking about how it fits into your overall income strategy. If you combine Social Security income of $23,000 per year with portfolio income of $20,000 per year, you're looking at a total income of $43,000 annually, just from those two sources. For a single person, that's not too far off from the average household retiree spending of $55,000 per year. Depending on your lifestyle and where you live, $43,000 could cover most of your needs, especially if you've taken steps to reduce costs, like downsizing or paying off a mortgage. Now, if you're part of a two-person household where both individuals are receiving the average Social Security benefit, that income increases significantly. With two people, Social Security alone provides roughly $46,000 per year, and when you add $20,000 from investments, the total jumps to $66,000 annually. That's not only higher than the average retiree household spending, but also leaves a little extra room for unexpected expenses, like travel or other discretionary spending. For those wanting to stretch their retirement savings further or retire early without Social Security, one big question to ask is, can you reduce or even completely eliminate your housing costs? Many retirees are finding creative ways to make that happen by using strategies like house hacking. This might involve renting out part of your home to generate extra income or sharing costs through co-living arrangements with friends or family. That doesn't necessarily mean having a roommate invading your personal space. Options like renting out an accessory unit, basement, or even garage space can work just as well. Some retirees in seasonal areas, like beach towns or mountain destinations, rent out their homes during peak seasons and use the income to cover their housing costs and fund travel during that time. Others take a more unconventional approach by downsizing to an RV, joining the tiny house movement, or relocating to places with much lower costs, both domestically and abroad. With a bit of creativity and flexibility, cutting down on housing expenses can free up a huge amount of money, whether that's for traveling, pursuing hobbies, or simply enjoying peace of mind. When people retire early, they often find themselves exploring new ways to make money, and the reasons vary. For some, it's boredom. While retirement can be great at first, having too much free time can leave you feeling restless or like you're missing something. Others try out new income streams out of curiosity, wanting to dive into interests or hobbies they never had time for before. Some retirees are searching for a sense of purpose, wanting to stay engaged, contribute, or feel productive. And sometimes, it's just about finding an enjoyable way to pass the time, with the added bonus of making a little extra cash. There are so many ways to bring in extra income during retirement, and they can range from fun, part-time jobs to passion projects. For example, some retirees take on part-time work they actually enjoy, like working at a local bookstore, garden center, or coffee shop, where the main goal is to have fun and stay active, not necessarily to make a huge amount of money. What's interesting is that these side hustles can often grow into something much bigger than expected. A casual project might turn into a steady income stream that brings in more money than you ever anticipated. For instance, a YouTube channel that starts out as a fun hobby can eventually start making significant money through ads or sponsorships. Or selling crafts at a local market could lead to a full-fledged small business. Even if it's just a small amount, the extra income can make a big difference during retirement. It can take some of the pressure off your savings and help you avoid dipping too much into your investments. Plus, beyond the financial benefit, these activities often bring a new sense of purpose, social connections, and a feeling of accomplishment. Retirement doesn't have to mean slowing down. It can be the perfect time to try something new and unexpected. If you hold off on withdrawing from your portfolio, the growth can really add up. This is why so many people get stuck in one more year syndrome. They keep working a little longer, knowing their investments will grow the longer they wait. Delaying withdrawals lets your money compound, which can make a big difference over a few years' time. For example, if you have $500,000 invested in the S&P 500 with an average 10% annual return, your money could double to $1 million in just 7 years without adding anything extra. That's the magic of compounding, when your returns generate returns of their own, creating a snowball effect. Waiting to tap into your portfolio also gives you flexibility. If you still have income from work or other sources, you can live off that for a while and let your investments grow even more. Plus, it helps avoid withdrawing during a market dip, which could hurt your long-term savings. Of course, waiting to retire has trade-offs. You might miss out on time to travel or enjoy life while you're still healthy, and not everyone can keep working longer. It's about finding the right balance between growing your savings and enjoying life now. The longer you let your investments grow, the more financial security you'll have, which can make retirement less stressful. Retiring on $500,000 is possible, but it takes careful planning, smart spending, and possibly supplementing your income with Social Security, part-time work, or rental income. With no supplemental income, it's possible if you can find a way to eliminate your housing costs. If you live modestly, plan well, and are happy to be creative and make some sacrifices, $500,000 can go a long way. But if you want a more luxurious retirement, or if you live in an expensive area, it won't be enough.